Hello, friends and family. Earlier today, we made a pot of Tom's sweet and heat chili. And what goes with a good pot of chili in the fall? Pimento cheese sandwiches. Of course, there are lots of things that can go with a pot of chili, but pimento cheese sandwiches go really well with it. And I know you can buy pimento cheese in the store in tubs, but that's just not the same as homemade pimento cheese. Now, I will tell you, this is my own recipe. I spent a long time trying other people's recipes, and there were things I would like about one and not like about another. And so I finally just took the things I liked about each recipe and put them together and made my own. I think you'll like it. It's a really good pimento cheese recipe. Let's talk about what goes in it first. First, you're going to need 12 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese, and it needs to be at room temperature. I've already started shredding this. I will finish that in just a minute. You can use whatever cheddar cheese you want. I use mild cheddar cheese. We do not like sharp cheddar cheese, so I use the mild. You also need Miracle Whip or mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is fine, but we like Miracle Whip because we like the sweetness of it. So I suggest Miracle Whip. You also are going to need a little bit of garlic salt. You're going to need a little bit of sugar, a 4-ounce jar of pimentos. You're going to need an 8-ounce block of cream cheese and bread and butter pickles. Or what's easier is to use sweet relish. Now, when I first started making this, I chopped up my own bread and butter pickles, but it didn't take me long to figure out I was doing a lot of extra work I didn't need to do because somebody had already chopped the pickles for me. So all you have to do is buy some sweet relish and use that, and it's the same thing as chopping up sweet pickles. All right, so let's finish grating the cheddar cheese. I just use a little box grater. I use the large holes on it and just shred it up. Now, the recipe calls for 12 ounces. You can put a little more, a little less. That's up to you. Depends on how much cheddar flavor you want in it. But I think 12 ounces is just the right amount. And let me tell you, when you're shredding cheese like this, you have to be careful because these little blades are sharp. So when you get down to the end, just be very careful. All right. We want every drop of that out of there. If you've watched my videos, you know that I believe what Benjamin Franklin said is true. Waste not, want not. So we don't want to waste anything. Use it all. All right, there's our cheddar. So that's going in to our mixing bowl. And all you have to do is just dump it right in. Now you want that to be room temperature so it mixes up well. And I'll just be honest with you. I don't like grating room temperature cheese. It is really hard to grate and it sticks to everything. So if you're going to grate cheese, I recommend you do it while it's cold, then let it come to room temperature. That way it will shred up better. All right, the next thing we need is an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Now, you know, you can use the store brand. It's perfectly fine. But, you know, I have it in my head that Philadelphia cream cheese is the best. So I use Philadelphia cream cheese. You just dump it in. Then you're going to put in half a cup of Miracle Whip. Let me grab my half cup measure. There's my half cup. And I need a spoon. All right. So, actually we need just a little less than half a cup, so I won't fill it completely full. We will leave it just a little below half a cup. That's pretty good right there. That's close to being full, but not quite. All right. Hang on. Sorry. Not trying to hurt your ears. I believe, waste not, want not, so I'm getting it all off there. All right. There goes the mayonnaise. Now we're going to save that half cup measuring cup because we're going to use that again in just a minute. We're finished with the Miracle Whip. That goes back in the refrigerator. Now we need some garlic salt. And all we need is 1/8 of a teaspoon. So this is 1/4 of a teaspoon. So I'm only going to fill it about half full. Maybe just a hair more. So you can see about 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic salt. Now you could use garlic powder, but then you're going to need to put a little salt in it because it needs that saltiness. Garlic salt is what you really should use, not garlic powder. There is a huge difference in those two. Then you need, I believe it's half a cup of, let's see, yes, half a cup of chopped pickles or of pickle relish. And just like I said a while ago, there is no reason to do the extra work of chopping up those pickles. But if you want to do it, go for it. Chop your own pickles. Or if you don't have any pickle relish and you've got some sweet pickles, don't use dill. Oh heavens, don't use dill pickles. You need sweet pickles, or actually bread and butter pickles are the best. But you know, this sweet pickle relish is really good. All right, so half cup, I used the same half cup measuring cup that I used for the Miracle Whip. No reason to dirty another one. Sorry, I forget. All right, so that can go back to the refrigerator. All right, now we need 1 teaspoon of sugar. And I know you're thinking, 1 teaspoon? How does that do anything? Well, it does. It just gives it a little hint of sweetness. So, there goes the sugar. Now, let's make sure we have everything. We have the cream cheese, the cheddar cheese, the mayonnaise, garlic salt, the sugar. Oh, I know what I didn't put in. On top of putting in the pickles, you need about 2 tablespoons, 1 to 2 tablespoons of pickle juice. So you can either get the pickle juice out of the relish. There's 1. And you need that because you want this not to be so thick that it won't spread. So see if I can get some juice out of here. If I didn't want juice, it would all be coming out. But there's some pickle juice. Okay. So 2 tablespoons of pickled juice along with the pickles. Now, we are going to blend this up, and then we're going to add our pimentos. And I don't usually put my pimentos in before I blend it because you don't want them to just be mushed up in there. So let's go to the mixer. And I will tell you that I have bought this this KitchenAid blade. Actually, I don't even know if it's made by KitchenAid. I don't believe it is. But anyway, it goes with KitchenAid mixers. And it has this little rubber gasket thing on the side that scrapes the side of the bowl. So you don't have to stop your mixer to scrape down the bowl while you're blending something. It does the scraping for you, which is really nice. Okay, now this is going to be a little noisy, but it won't take long. Here we go. right, now we're going to add our pimentos. And I just dumped the whole thing in, juice and all. And then turn it back on and stir those in. And you're done. That's your pimento cheese. Now, let's try this. Honey, you want to try it on a cracker or you want it on bread?
Both sound good, but I think I'm going to go for cracker this time.
Okay. All right. And here's a box of Ritz.
This smells very, very good too.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. I know this is noisy, but you have to open the cracker package. All right. So let's try a bite on a cracker. Here, give me the camera.
My favorite part, taste testing. Quite delicious.
Does it need anything?
I don't think so.
Salty enough?
Definitely salty enough. And moist enough. It's not dry.
Good.
So it would spread easily on a piece of bread if you're making a sandwich.
Okay, good.
Your turn.
All right, I'm going to try one too.
They can probably hear me crunching now.
That's all right. That's what you do when you eat. All right, you can see that it's really creamy. You can see the pimentos throughout it, but there's not a ton of them. I will tell you that I use the cream cheese, which is unusual for pimento cheese, because it does make it really creamy. It gives it a really creamy texture and flavor. So I'm not like my wife. I have a big mouth.
You said it, not me.
Oh my gosh, that's good. All right, so let's go over the recipe. It is, let me grab it. It is 8 ounces of cream cheese, 12 ounces of shredded cheddar, and you can use mild, medium, sharp, whatever you like. And that should be at room temperature. Just a barely half cup of Miracle Whip. Just like a scant half cup. 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic salt, not garlic powder. 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic salt. Or a little bit more. I did closer to 1/4. 1 teaspoon of sugar. And honestly, it's not sweet, is it, Melissa?
No, it's not.
It's not tangy. The sugar just helps it not to be so tangy. A half cup of chopped bread and butter pickles or sweet relish, which makes it easier. And 2 tablespoons of pickled juice. And then a 4-ounce jar of pimentos that you dump in at the end and stir up. That's
It's much
it.
better than what you buy at a store.
Oh my gosh, it's so much
better.
better homemade. All right. If you have not already, would you please go down right below this box, below this video, and find the little subscribe box and click on that for us? We would really appreciate if you would join our channel, subscribe to our channel. It helps us to build our channel and get more viewers. And if you would please share it with your friends. Just share it to Facebook or send it to somebody in a message and say, hey, check out this video for homemade pimento cheese. And then right beside of that subscribe box, or maybe it's right under it, is a little notification bell. It just looks like a little dinner bell. Click on it, click the word all, and you'll get a notification every time we add a new video. We are so glad that you came to sit at our table. We're always happy when you come by. So enjoy the pimento cheese. Please let us know if you try it and what you think about it. And we will see you the next time. Bye, everyone.